What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. It is Thursday, November 21st, 2024. Standing here at Polderbaan, where Donald and Daisy just left. Already I am getting too loud for them. Showery weather today. Beautiful to see. Showers in the vicinity. It looked like it was going to stay dry here. Now I'm no longer too sure about that. Surrounded by showers all over. Also bits of blue, even though they are not in the majority in the sky today. You can see the veils. You can also see Bart. The wind at the moment is blowing more or less from over there, where those ominous clouds are in the sky, coming this way. So yeah, we'll see how long it is going to stay dry here. Wind on the scale of chimney smoke currently looks like so. I brought out the blimp, double-digit wind speed, and temperatures relatively low. If you look in the meter, you can see in the ticker, the wind is blowing with 13 knots. Showers, gusts, rain, SHGSRA. Few clouds, cumulus clouds at 1800 feet, scattered clouds at 3000 feet. The current air temperature just above 0, 2 degrees Celsius, and the dew point is at freezing at 0 degrees. Temporary periods where visibility drops to 4500 feet, and we have 999 hectopascals of air pressure at the moment. Polderbaan at the moment is used for arrivals as the only runway. For how long remains to be seen. I'm actually surprised with the wind blowing from the west that runway 27 isn't open. But we'll see. For now, Polderbaan is the only runway being used for arrivals. We're expecting the Emirates at destination Dubai around 12:20 last time I checked. There are also 747s on the way, including Air China cargo, which is nice. Flying again with the 747. Thought it was expected after 1 o'clock, so it's not going to land on Polderbaan. That's almost certain already. First airplane coming in is KLM flight 1650, arriving from Firenze, Florence. The runway is wet. We had a hail shower half an hour ago or something. Maybe even less. And good morning to everybody who has joined already. Maria, goedemorgen. Or good evening to you, I should say. And good morning, all the others. Because Bart was already streaming here and not too far away from here. I'm standing a little bit further away from the water than normally would have been the case. You can now clearly see my regular location being a semicircular disc surrounding the place where normally my tripod would be standing. Trampled grass. Well, no longer grass. The first heavy of today's show is now number 2 in the background, Delta A330-300 arriving from Atlanta, Georgia, flight 74, being preceded by a Vueling arriving from Bilbao, an A320. Now is the dot still in place? Yes it is. And Infinite Mustafa, thank you for your kind words, mate. Yeah, you were able to see a behind the scenes setup over at Bart's. Well, I have a lot of stuff with me. My setup is a bit more elaborate than what other streamers here have. So I have a camping table with me, the power station, the laptop, and all the other gear is in a tent. Got a blimp for when the wind reaches double digits, and I got a utility cart that is handy to carry everything in. Wouldn't be able to carry that all on my own. This is Delta Airlines Flight 74 arriving from Atlanta, Georgia. 17-year-old airplane, 7 hours and 42 minutes on their way. Come on. Make some noise, please. Just a little bit. No dice. Not today. Not today. Will McT is tuning in from Dubai, where it is sunny and 29°C. That's a world away from what it is over here, near freezing. We're basically standing in the freezer here with a little bit of wind. Now also beautiful skies. Look at this. Luckily this is north of us. Sadly the wind is blowing, well, from over there. I'm not too sure about what I'm seeing over there. Looking up, and with the lantern as a frame of reference, it does kind of look like that might be coming this way, or maybe just past north of me. I hope, of course, the latter will be the case. Russell also back in the chat, and his cronies. Also an airplane coming in, flying base. What is that? Let's have a look. Good morning, Barbara. Good to see ya. Daniel says, geluid is op de bom. Is it not good? Something wrong with the sound? Not familiar with that expression. SAS in the foreground coming in, followed by an A330neo from Delta. Hey there, Bob. Good evening. Here's the SAS. Rare and rare that you hardly ever see over here. Ah, the Delta being too quiet. Yeah, if the volume of the ambient sounds is too low, let me know. I can always switch it up a little bit. Though last time I did that, when listening back to the stream, I thought I heard clipping on some landings. So, trying to keep it within acceptable. Good evening, mate in Australia. Hey there, Sheila. Good morning. 3 airplanes on the glide slope. First airplane coming in, Delta Airlines Flight 162, arriving from Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's an A330neo, 7 hours and 35 minutes on the way. 2-year-old airplane, first flight February 2022. KLM, arriving from Johannesburg, South Africa. After that, now we're not also expecting the destination Dubai Emirates A380 today, but the Orange Pride is also returning. And I also have some sad news, which maybe some of you already knew. Barbara celebrating 3 months of membership as she writes, well boy, so far so good they say, enjoy channel. Thank you so much for your support, Barbara, and for your kind words. Hope you still like it in the lounge, and if something isn't to your liking, do let us know. Let me see what we can do about it. Thank you so much for your support so far, Barbara. I hope if not as a member, then at least you'll stick around for many more months to come as a regular visitor. Flock of birds intersecting. Now, Pilot Sander texted me yesterday with a news item that said that the PHBVD, that is the KLM 777-300ER in the SkyTeam livery, is going to be repainted back to the standard livery of KLM. It's going to disappear. It's also going to become a regular livery, just like Chucky. I asked Sonner about it. Why would they do that? Allegedly, it is more difficult to see damage on a silver livery than it is on a standard blue-white. So the PHBVD pretty soon back to being a regular KLM livery 777. Very sad. What I'm not sad about is that Finn Ruiter just became one of our new members, and also designs by Jensen. Guys, thank you so much for choosing AMS Live as your place to hang out in, and thank you so much for the support. Hope you guys like it in the lounge. Don't forget to use the custom emojis that you now have at your disposal. That goes for all members. Spamming is not allowed, but you are always allowed to spam us with custom emojis, so please do that. Feel free to do that. Now, coming in with a bang. Holy shizzle. Where is the message? There is the message. Captain Jerry. Jerome coming in with 10 gifted memberships. Jerome, thank you so much for that very generous gift of 10 new memberships. Hope that everybody who receives a membership by Jerry just now will say thank you for it and will enjoy the membership. Is this... Oh no, it's the PHAOB. Was curious to see if it was the AOA already. Don't know if it is back in operation already. So Jerry, are the 90 days of rehabilitation already over? As you were already... I thought you mentioned something to the sort. If I misunderstood, apologies. Now we have 2 airplanes visible on the glide slope. The second airplane is another 777 from KLM arriving from Cape Town, South Africa. In the foreground we have an A319 Lufthansa flight 988 coming in from Frankfurt. And we should see turning in as number 3 from the right. Yeah, there it is. Qatar, another 777 arriving from Doha. Let me also thank Mr. Blue Sky for your continued support. 13 months of membership. Another green member of AMS Live. We're having so many green members these days. Maybe we can apply for some tax refunds as a green channel. Is that something? Would be nice. Hey, Tiger also back in the chat. I also thought I saw Lisa earlier in the chat. Goedemorgen. Tiger, good to see you again. Hope all is well. Long time no see. Martin, goedemorgen. Dutch Eagle, goedemorgen. Dirk on tour, goedemorgen. And the PH AOA is still grounded, but it is scheduled to go to Sint Maarten tomorrow. Thanks for that update. I thought I also read something to the sort that it was still grounded or that it hasn't flown since the incident last week. That was earlier in the week, so thought maybe that is old news already. This is the Lou livery. Apparently this isn't Donald Duck, but Lou. What up, Louis? So this must be Huey, Dewey, or Louie then. No time to waste. I'm already hearing the 777 coming. KLM 5598 arriving from Cape Town, South Africa. Oh. And already a bit of precipitation over there. You could see it. It was flying through it and it formed a vortex. This is coming in from Cape Town, South Africa. 11 hours and 31 minutes. Happy to hear that, Tiger. All right, over there. Goedemorgen, Arjan. All well. The wind is 13 knots according to the METAR. And the first phase of the rehabilitation was 90 days. Next phase starts Tuesday, and that will be 60 days. So is that inpatient or outpatient? Also a massive big thank you to the Designs by Jensen, who is celebrating 4 months of membership. Ik wacht nog steeds voor die stroopwafel. Nice one. Still waiting for the stroopwafel. Well, who knows? First, this time of year, St. Nicholas treats. Pepernoten, kruidnoten and whatnot. Stroopwafels you can have the rest of the year. This time of year it is St. Nicholas treats that you find in the supermarkets everywhere. Oh, and it's starting to hail. Right at the moment that Qatar is coming in, and it is followed by a 777, no, an A330-300. This is Qatar Cargo, flight 8205, arriving from Doha. Right. A bit of hail has begun to fall over here. Doesn't look like it's going to be very substantial. Morning, Alan. What up, mate? Bloody freezing. Yeah, same here, mate. Just above freezing, but with a double-digit wind, it does feel colder than that. Mrs. Professor, good to see you again. Hope all is well. Ah, inpatient, but different nurses, and you get to eat in the cafe. That is nice. And what's even better is that you can walk there on your own, right? Indeed, Barbara, a little bit of hail. A lot of traffic jams on the roads in the Netherlands as well right now. This is Delta Airlines flight 136 arriving from Detroit, Michigan. A330-300, 7 hours and 17 minutes its flight time. It's the November 821 November Whiskey. 17-year-old airplane, first flight August 2007. It's going to be followed by American Airlines flight 204 arriving from Philadelphia. That's 7878. Man, I need to wake up. Yeah. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. Nice lighting as well. Morning sunshine. Gerrit, goedemorgen. Lance, good morning. Sheila, not sure if I already said hi, good morning. Blackburst, good morning. Wagner, good morning. Welcome all others who have joined. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy, And this is the polderbaan where arrivals take place. And also a massive big thank you to Tiger for your continued support as a member for 14 months, and in the meantime 14 and a half months already. Hope all is still good in the lounge. And thank you so much also for everything you've been doing as a moderator ever since you've become one. I hope you still like being a mod and also like being a member. Do hit me up if any of the two isn't to your liking anymore. Thank you so much, Tiger. Jerry is mobile, using a walker in his room and cafe, and a wheelchair to the clinic. I'm assuming that is a bit too far still. Hey, but you're getting there, mate. Happy for you. American Airlines Flight 204 arriving from Philadelphia, and it's going to be followed by a Bombardier C-Series 300 by Swiss or Helvetic. Probably Helvetic. Hadi Jolande, goedemorgen. Good morning. It is cold, definitely, but I am dressed for the occasion. Got my ski pants on that is padded, or those are padded. Over that, a rain trousers. Blocking the wind even more. I've got two pairs of socks on, ski socks over my regular socks, heated glove, hand warmer, ski hat over my hat, thick parka. So should be well covered, at least against low temperatures. Got two umbrellas with me in case of rain, insofar as that is helpful. Also a massive big thank you to Just Play Nuts, celebrating 3 months of membership. Hail to the chief streamer. Hail to you too, mate. But hopefully no weather hail. Frozen ice. Thank you so much for your support, Just Play Nuts. Hope all is still good in the lounge. I'm sounding like a broken record, but let me know if something isn't to your liking, guys. As a member, hit me up in the community section if there is something. This is Swiss coming in from Zurich. Bombardier C-Series 300 or A220 as they're called these days. Ah! Is there still moisture on the runway? Yeah, well, yes there is. Although a bit less now. Icing on the cake, a little butt shot to boot. Maarten, goedemorgen. 2 umbrellas with me in case of rain. Indeed, Arjan. Erik, goedemorgen. Lofitan, goedemorgen. Let's turn around. Think we're done with precipitation for the time being, looking left of me. So let's focus on what is coming in. And this is Air Arabia, a regular Air Arabia operated by Air Arabia Maroc, A320, arriving from Nador, 2 hours 57 minutes underway. Got an Embraer 175 arriving from Düsseldorf and a CRJ arriving from Munich behind it. Coming in next. Let's have a quick look on Flight Radar and see what is cooking. Also a massive big thank you to Mr. Blue Sky for your super chat. That is not accompanied by any text, but thank you so much for that, Mr. Blue Sky. Very much appreciated. Let's have a quick look. Well, wind is blowing from the southwest, more or less, on ground level, 13 knots, 4x4. We have few clouds at 1800 feet, scattered clouds at 3000 feet. That was the last meter before going live. A refresh says that the wind hasn't changed significantly. It has reduced a little bit to sub 10 knots. Still scattered clouds, a few clouds. Light showers, gusts, rain is what there's being warning for. Temperature now 3 degrees Celsius. Nothing substantially has changed. Emirates is coming in. Destination Dubai livery expected 12:30. Orange Pride is coming in, expected 1:01. Air China cargo flying in 12:54. So hopefully we'll get to see that too. And Suparna is coming around 1:30. So that's probably going to land on the secondary runway for arrivals. Not sure yet if that's going to be central or maybe later in the day 27. This is because of its time of arrival. For the time being, expected to land at the Polderbaan if its ETA remains before 1 p.m. local time. That remains to be seen, but we'll see. Now, 2 airplanes on the glide slope, CRJ in the foreground, 777-200 behind it. CRJ is Lufthansa flight 2302, arriving from Munich. The airplane behind it is KLM flight 644, arriving from New York JFK. Third airplane that you can see in the bottom is a Delta A330 arriving from Orlando, Florida. Now once again, a few hailstones are falling here. Not exactly sure. Well, the clouds don't look that dark in the direction of the wind. Yet still, it is happening. We'll see. You can see the veil of hail where the CRJ has to fly through right now. Silver lining of hail is that it bounces off the camera, so the camera doesn't get too wet. And a little butt shot to boot. Watch for lightning, Jerry says. We'll do that, mate. Don't think they issued a weather warning for slippery roads, but not so much for thunderstorms. But it's always good to look out for that. Absolutely. Good morning all others who have joined in the meantime. Welcome to the show. You're watching Amos Live. My name is Boy. We're standing at Polderbaan, runway 18 right, where now comes in KLM flight 622, 777-200 ER, 6 hours and 26 minutes on the way to PHBQH. First flight September 2004, making it 20 years old, returning from New York JFK. Just as suddenly as it began to hail, it has stopped in the meantime, so it's nothing substantial. Although initially it was looking like it was going to stay dry in the morning hours. As long as it is the way it has been thus far, we'll be alright. Joep says they look quite close. True. They look like quite close, but if you measure it on Google Maps, for instance, or Google Earth, I should say, where you also have a measuring tool, you'll see that it is, I think, 60 meters or so as the crow flies. Delta Airlines flight 90 is coming in now, arriving from Orlando, Florida. That's an A330-300 with 7 hours and 52 minutes of flight time under its belt to reach the Netherlands. The airplane is 8 years old and its first flight was in June 2016. The airplane behind it is a Banana. Normally only we see that during the streams on Saturday. It is coming in from Stansted, this one. Should be good. Another airplane in the background coming in from the east. That's a 787-10 Dreamliner arriving from Cartagena. reversers. What more could you ask for? Flipping amazing. Let's quickly turn back and watch the next heavy crabbing its way over here. A300 600 DHL Banana coming in from Stansted. In the meantime, what on earth are you doing? Just play nuts. Just now, gifting 20 memberships, holy shizzle. I want to use more foul language, but let me refrain from doing so. Just play nuts, what are you doing? Thank you so much, mate. That is generous beyond words. I hope that everybody who receives a gifted membership, will thank you for it. Please use the custom emojis that are now at your disposal and enjoy the membership if you just received a gifted membership from Just Play Nuts. Please don't forget to say thank you. That is truly above and beyond, mate. Thank you so much. You shouldn't have, but you did it and nobody asked for it. Thank you so much. Now, this DHL A300 600 is 32 years old, folks. October 1992 is when this airplane began flying. I just started my 6th year in elementary school, I think. Yeah. With 2 more years to go before going to middle school. Having just turned 10 in August that year. What were you doing in 1992 in October? This airplane began its career as a professional airplane. Jerry turned 30 in 92. There are the AliExpress packages, indeed. Man. Right. It has left. Let's quickly turn back. This is KLM flight 741 coming in next, arriving from Cartagena. 787-10 Dreamliner, 9 hours and 5 minutes on the way. The PH-BKC, 5 years old. You can see there is a little bit of crosswind, even though the METAR said it has, the wind speed has dropped to single digits. The airplanes are still crabbing a little bit. This airplane, 5 years old, first flight October 2019. So that is 17 years younger than the A300 that we saw. Or did I count incorrectly? No, 27 years. I did miscount. 27 years younger than the A300 that you saw before it. Makes you wonder. Where does time go? Now, back in 2019, I was working for a year after having graduated for the second time, doing the stuff that I'm still doing in my day job. After a rough year in 2018. Turkish flight 1951 coming in, and that is an A330-300 with the 300th aircraft sticker on it. Not sure if it is on both sides. Picture on Flight Radar shows it to be on the left-hand side. I hope that there's also a sticker on the right-hand side so that we can see it. The 1700th E-Jet sticker on the E2 Embraer from KLM is only on the left-hand side. We can already see a heavy hitter following the Turkish, and that is Finnair coming in from bloody Helsinki in the A350. Finally, once again, the A350 coming in. Flight Radar does tell me that it is a standard livery. That's a bit of a bummer. Always like the Mighty Meko, or which is the other one? Oh yeah, Moomin. But there you go. Just Play Nuts was living in Boston studying business. Bob was working at Sydney Airport in 92. Evan also back in the chat. Top of the morning, sir. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Adrie, goedemorgen. Harjeet, good morning. Hans-Josef, good morning. Herzlich willkommen. And we can see that the 300 aircraft sticker is also on the right hand side of this airplane. Take notice, KLM. Don't place your stickers unilaterally, but place them on both sides so that we can see them either way. And also leave the BVD alone. For those of you joining just now, welcome to the show. I'm referring to the news article that I was sent yesterday by pilot Sander. It said that KLM is going to respray the PHBVD back to standard livery. That is the SkyTeam 777-300ER. Not sure yet if that means that they're also going to respray the other two airplanes that are in the SkyTeam livery that KLM has in its fleet. They also have a 737-900 and an Embraer 190. If I sound a bit stuffy, that is because my nose always starts running when the ambient temperature is low. Let me see if I can also blow my nose after this landing. Going from Finnair to Play after that. Play is coming in from Reykjavik, A320neo, coming in after this. First up, Finnair, flight 1301, coming in from bloody Helsinki, 2 hours and 3 minutes underway. A350-900, 4 years old, first flight December 2019. Quiet as a mouse. Will it take the first exit? I think it will. Vacating in time for Play. RDW, goedemorgen. Jerry, back to being his old self again. Getting drunk now. As it was meant to be. Anita and Leonard, goedemorgen. Greet, goedemorgen. All others who have joined, good morning. Sam, goedemorgen. Butt shot from the A350-900. Play coming in next. Members, get out your custom emoji, it is that time again. A320neo arriving from Reykjavik. Play flight 460. In the background is an A320neo Air Malta or KM Malta coming in from Malta. Play flight 460 is the A320neo arriving from Reykjavik. 2 hours and 38 minutes on the way. Your plane is a year old, first flight March 2023. Real butt shot to boot. After KM Malta, I can see that Taron is coming in. Tina, goedemorgen. Henk, goedemorgen. Welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. Right, the elephant has left the room. Hopefully won't be sounding as stuffy as I did before. Let's turn around and have a look at the next airplane coming in. Jan, goedemorgen. Mark, good morning. And good morning to all others who have joined. Okay, Malta coming in, arriving from Malta. A320neo. Taron will be next after that. Arriving from Bucharest. Also a warm welcome to Han Grotendorst, who just became our latest Aurora Sky Lounge member. Thank you so much for choosing AMS Live, Han. Hope you will like it in the lounge. Don't forget to use the custom emojis that you now have at your disposal. Spam us to death with them if you want. Now, big picture wise, things seem to be improving. More blue, but that is already on the side that has passed by. This is the direction the wind is currently blowing from on ground level. Yeah, well, you tell me. Doesn't look that imposing, that threatening. To the north more, but this is more or less where we need to look. And who knows, we might even get to see a contrail. What we can see at least is airplanes that are passing overhead outbound for a brief moment in time, until the clouds take over again. And in the meantime, Tarom is arriving from Bucharest. 737-800. Morgen, André. Goedemorgen Jan-Willem. Tim, goedemorgen. Tim says in Dutch, you're really a hero to be streaming in this weather outside. Well, I'm not the only hero, Bart is also here. We're the only two nuts right here, right now. And there's also feathered friends. We have a triplet over there of duckies. Donald and Daisy, and one of Daisy's girlfriends, or is that Donald's mistress? The missus and the mistress. Fritz, guten Morgen, herzlich willkommen. Schön, dass du wieder dabei bist. Now, what are we seeing here? This is Ryanair, arriving from Dublin. So this is arriving traffic, passing overhead over the glide slope. And over here we have Britty Hopper arriving from Humberside, flying on behalf of KLM, flight 970. Hello chaps. Looks like there's no reverse or landing. The sun about to shine over here. It is gorgeous. Also a massive big thank you to Davey GL, who is celebrating 12 months of membership. Spent my AMS birthday in hospital. Now home again. Mate, I am so sorry to hear that. Thank you so much for your continued support nevertheless. Hopefully your hospital visits will be over now, from now on. And thank you so much for a year of support as a member. Another member has gone green. Davey, thank you so much. Let me know if something isn't to your liking anymore, and let me see what I can do about it. E2 Embraer 195 coming in. Whale sounds, which can actually be quite loud, also for airplanes that are arriving and are in the vicinity of Schiphol. I live not too far from Schiphol. 16 kilometers or so, 10 miles. And you can definitely hear those airplanes when they spool up or spool down a little bit. Those whale sounds that you can hear pretty far away. The noise travels substantially. So overall they're quiet, but those whale sounds are actually quite loud. Peter, goedemorgen. Gaming Sven, goedemorgen. Patrick, goedemorgen. Welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. We have LL coming in first, arriving from Tel Aviv, 737-900, flight 337. The airplane behind it is a KLM Dreamliner 787-10, arriving from Panama City. Oh, I was just about to show you Russell and his cronies on the light mast, but they're moving further north. Moving towards the light is the other way around, guys. You can see that the sun is starting to illuminate the airplanes as well. Damn it, I forgot to bring sunscreen along with me today. Uh-oh. For a moment I thought those birds were looking awfully close, but they are still relatively far away. Meanwhile, over here, on and next to the cycling path, Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Quick nibble, and then out of here again. Let's quickly turn back. Have a look at the next airplane coming in. It is a Dreamliner 787-10 arriving from Panama City. KLM flight 758, 9 hours and 24 minutes in the way. PHBKI is its registration. Bravo Kilo India. 4-year-old airplane. First flight August 2020. Lex, goedemorgen. Pibask, good morning. Frozen French fries. Bevroren patat, goedemorgen. You can see the sun is starting to shine here. What a blissful day. Oh, oh, more birds. Yeah. Meanwhile, check out this. The sun is starting to shine. Also interesting to see that our good friend Harry is on patrol. Hey Ricardo, goedemorgen. Ricardo says, it was my birthday yesterday. Gefeliciteerd Ricardo. Hoe oud ben je geworden? Als ik dat vragen mag. If I'm allowed to ask how old he has become. This is what focus looks like. And indeed, Jerry, no bird control in the vicinity, no yellow trucks to be seen. What you looking at? Ooh. Did it catch something? Not sure that it did. Doesn't look like he had something. Oh, that's autofocus for you. Hey! More hail? What the F? Where is it coming from? Must be from this little bit of cloud over here. As you guys can see, it doesn't look like anything substantial is coming this way. Right, another batch of hail between us and Ryanair. Ryanair flight 420 arriving from Dublin, Ireland. 737-800, 1 hour and 8 minutes on the way. 15-year-old airplane. Will it get loud? Eversteria, goedemorgen. Good to see you again. Long time no see. Good, everything is as usual, absolutely. Focus on the focus, indeed, Jerry. Right. So, bluish sky for a big chunk. Also, check out this. Showery clouds north of us. Now luckily the wind is blowing from west to east, I think a bit higher up, and southwest to northeast on ground level. Means that this isn't coming our way. However, we are able to see wonderfully the veils emanating on the bottom side of the clouds. They look a bit whitish, means wintry precipitation. Quite well visible. Harry also back in the chat, tuning in from Ontario. Good early morning. Hadi Mees, goedemorgen. Enzo, goedemorgen. A380 is expected, I think it was 12:30, 12:20, 12:30. Outbound airplane overhead, which we are able to see. KLM 737. Next airplane coming in is an A319 EasyJet arriving from Edinburgh. Good morning, Barry. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Welcome to the show, one and all. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy, and we are standing at Polderbaan, being used as 1-8 right as only runway for arrivals for the time being. Wind is blowing from the southwest, and as long as it continues to do that, I'm thinking center is going to be the secondary runway later today. Now, before going live, the Bezoek Bus website was not yet updated for later today. Just showed the expected overnight and early morning traffic or runway use. So I might be wrong with what I'm saying in the ticker. But with the wind still blowing from the direction it is currently blowing from, I don't think it is going to be anything else than center later today. Also a big thank you to Dave for your very generous super chat there. Post major surgery, now recovering at home with AMS Live, the best stream on the planet. Thanks to Boy and to all well wishers. Davey, those are big words regarding the biggest or the best channel in the world, best stream on the planet. Not sure about that, but I am very happy that you think that it is, and I wish you all the best with your recovery back at home. Hopefully no more hospital visits other than just checkups. And thank you so much for your kind words, mate. See that Roy is also back in the chat. Goedemorgen, Roy. Good to see you. Frank, goedemorgen. Coming in next is BA flight 430 arriving from London Heathrow. A320neo with a BA City Flyer Embraer 190 arriving from London City behind it. Let me see if I can also show you what is going on Flight Radar in a moment. Not just the Emirates A380 and the destination Dubai we're expecting. The Orange Pride is also coming in. And Air China Cargo is sending a 747 again. I think it was expected shortly before 1 o'clock, and that makes it a candidate for the Polderbaan. Meanwhile, the sun is still shining. Have a look at the showery weather north of us. Beautiful clouds, and turn to the west, you can see blue skies. Again, Dutch skies are something to be seen. Well, what did I do just now? Okay, yeah. Accidentally, the chat on my laptop went back to the beginning. Well, in actuality, what I was trying to do was get the screen up so that I could show you what is coming this way. We have Emirates in the destination Dubai delivery, still expected around 12:30. This is Singapore Airlines cargo, expected 1:41. Orange Pride is expected shortly before 1 o'clock. Air China cargo now once again expected after 1 o'clock. Suparna coming in 1:26. All those airplanes coming in after 1 o'clock, with the exception of the Orange Pride, will probably go to the secondary runway, which will probably be the center runway today, provided that the wind is continuing to blow from the southwest on ground level. Next airplane coming in, BA flight 8451, arriving from London City. Embraer 190. BA following BA. Hello. Again, focus on the focus. Focus on the focus. More outbound traffic overhead. There. Get them, Embraer. And beautiful vales and beautiful skies north of us. This is a shower, and it is releasing wintry precipitation. Best seen over there with the lighting beautifully illuminating it. Let me also give a big thank you to Optimus Toaster, who is celebrating 8 months of membership. Sky Lounge is getting low on milk, plenty biscuits. Milk, duly noted. Let me see. Skim milk or full fat? What do you prefer? Thank you so much for your continued support there, Optimus. Hope otherwise everything is still good in the lounge. E2 Embraer arriving from Zurich, next to come in. Not seeing it yet, well, vaguely. Vaguely, there it is. Visible a bit better is the moon, would you believe it? We have blue skies west of us and the moon is actually out. Beautiful to see. So yeah, in the direction the wind is blowing from on ground level, this is what the sky looks like. However, the most beautiful sky can now be seen north of us. Wintry precipitation falling from it. Peter PDK, goedemorgen, good morning. Brian, good morning. Full fat, okay, full fat milk on the groceries list. Check. Full fat for just plain nuts as well. Cool, will do. We need full fat milk in the Aurora Skyline stat. I'll get on to that right after I'm done streaming today. Adriaan, goedemorgen, and thank you for your kind words. It is another little bit that helps protect against the wind. To Embraer idle reversing. Yeah, it's absolutely, I think, hailing over there. Beautiful to see. Also a massive big thank you to Gary, who is celebrating 6 months of membership today, and he writes, good morning from a frozen Darlington, UK. Good morning to you too, Gary. It's almost freezing over here, not too dissimilar to where you are at right now, I think. Although over here, as you can see, we also have moments where it is dry. Luckily, not sure what the weather is like in Darlington with respect to the precipitation. Here we have showers. And thank you so much for your continued support. 6 months a member. Hope you'll stay on as a frequent visitor for many more months to come. If not as a member, then at least as a regular visitor. See that Sarah is also back in the chat, and Matt as well, Cloudy as well. Good morning all. Jeff as well. Snow, Jeff wonders. It could be. Thus far, all we've seen here today has been hail. So I'm thinking it is probably hail that is falling over there. But it might also be snow. Of course, every shower begins as snow. Got a Dreamliner coming in next. Ewald, goedemorgen. Bob is back and report not a cloud in the sky here tonight. Mate, are you trying to make us jealous? Are you trying to make us jealous? Now, have a look at this. The wind on the scale of chimney smoke with a veil of hail. Brian says you need to come over to Brisbane to do a live stream. Mate, I also need to come to Sydney and do a stream together with Alvin. I think I also had a few invitations to come to several locations in the United States, including to visit Portland, invitation by Jerry, and also by Bill to visit Seattle. AMS Live World Tour. Some point in the future, probably. Definitely my intention to go abroad to do live streams at different locations somewhere in the future, but not sure yet when. I'm thinking the channel first needs a bit more traction and a bit more size. TUI Flight 393 is coming in next, arriving from Curaçao, Willemstad. 7878 Dreamliner. Croatia A320 arriving after that, coming in from Zagreb. Runway still has moisture on it, as you can see. Even though this is not a full application of the reversers. Beautiful to see. Now the wind is on ground level blowing from over there, so on paper we should be good in terms of staying dry. And that shower, it does look like it is inching a bit closer towards us, but maybe the shower is also developing. The upper part of the cloud seems to have risen a little bit. Now whether that is because it has gotten closer or whether it is activating, I don't know. Martin, goedemorgen. Frank, goedemorgen. Colin, good morning. Lucas, good morning. Brian, thank you for your kind words. And indeed, also, there you go, another invitation also to New Zealand by Maria. Jeff, indeed, Anchorage is definitely high on the wish list because of all the 747s visiting it. So if I ever do go abroad, one of the locations I would want to be going to would be Anchorage, absolutely. Now, talking about quad squads, look at what is coming my way. It does look like something with 4 engines. Oh, is that a military? Is that one of those military units? I think it might be. Let's have another look at it once it has passed me by. It is flying west to east and is passing almost immediately overhead. Also, good morning, Ian, and all others who have joined in the meantime. Welcome to the show, folks. This is Croatia Airlines Flight 450, arriving from Zagreb. An A320, now illuminated by the sun. I'm also hearing an ambulance behind me, though the mic will probably not pick that up because it is in the blimp and pointing forwards. It's definitely an ambulance with sirens. Probably don't pick it up on the mic that well today. Ah, and it was a C-17 Globemaster passing overhead. Right, cool. Or was it Strato tanker? Either way, yeah. Let's have another look at it. The only contrail in the sky for what I can see now, from what I can see now. Yeah, so that shower is definitely not too far away. Whether or not it is actually inching closer towards us, I don't know. It could also be intensifying a little bit. It looks like I have to point the camera higher up to see the top end of it. And this is already fully zoomed out, unfortunately. We have Air Oink Oink coming in from Istanbul. Our next airplane, Pegasus Flight 1251. And also a big thank you to Sarah. Sarah Deal celebrating 12 months of membership of whole year. Wow, it has been fun. She writes, it sure has. And also congratulations, another green member. We are going to make the Eco Warriors so proud with so many green members. Sarah, one of them now. Thank you so much for your continued support, Sarah. And I'm happy to hear that it has been fun. I hope it's going to continue to stay that way for you. Let me know if something isn't to your liking. And hopefully you'll stick around for many more months to come. If not as a member, then at least as a regular visitor. Always happy to have you in the stream, Sarah, and I hope you're going to continue to do that for many more months to come. Thank you so much. Lucas asks if I use a Canon camera. I do. This is a Canon XA60. I'm starting to sound stuffy again. Let me blow my nose after this landing. This is an A321neo arriving from Istanbul. 3 hours and 27 minutes underway. That's a bit longer than normally would have been the case. Nominal flight time between Istanbul and Amsterdam on average would be around 3 hours. So 3 hours 27 minutes is a bit longer. Not sure if it took a detour or if it had headwind or if it had to circumvent showers. But it made it. Air Oink Oink. Passing by really quietly. Right, and a butt shot to boot. It's prepping for a butt shot. Means that I can prep for blowing my nose. Don't see anything in the immediate vicinity on the glide slope coming in. gaat
ik
het
ga
risico
2-7,
nemen.
want bezoekbars geeft aan misschien als de wind oppakt dat 2-7 primary wordt, maar dan hebben we in ieder geval...
Windfinder zei volgens mij dat de wind juist verder zou afnemen. Zowel qua... Ja, moet je even op Windfinder kijken. Vanmorgen keek ik en de windspeed en de gusts gingen naar beneden.
We will see. Maar dan hebben we in ieder geval, want we zitten ongeveer Samsung 300, 400 allebei.
Ja.
Dan hebben we in ieder geval voor iedereen de kans om die 380 te zien. Dus ik ga die kant op. Dus je krijgt zo meteen waarschijnlijk een deel van mij erbij.
We gaan het zien.
Bart, voor jou dat jij ze krijgt, want het licht is fantastisch.
Het licht is fantastisch, maar we gaan het zien.
We gaan het zien. Dus als ze naar 2.7 komen, dan sta ik daar.
Top. Well, Bart is packing in. He is going to runway 27 now. Bezoekbus. Wat zei je?
Alles voor de kijker.
Precies. So Bart is now leaving, going to runway 27, which might also open up for arrivals, according to Bezoekbus. If the wind is picking up later today, means that whatever runway the A380 is going to land on, we will have coverage for you. If it is landing on Polderbaan, I will be able to film it from over here. If it is going to runway 27, you will be able to see it over at Bart's channel. Now, I'm already seeing that traffic is going to runway 27, so the question is it going to be the primary runway? Will be interesting to see what the A320neo is going to do, arriving from Gatwick. Still at 7,000 feet, so I'm wondering if maybe they are already implementing a runway change. Let's have a look. For now it seems that traffic is going to runway 27. I'm thinking that the A320neo arriving from Gatwick is also going to go there. Or are they? Right, well, honestly it doesn't look that good. I think that they are closing the runway over here. Are the lights still on? I don't think that they are. Everything is already going to runway 27 by the looks of it. The question is whether or not the Polderbaan is going to open up again. Let's have a quick look. So, what is LVNL saying? Yeah, they are switching. Now, question is the runway going to be closed permanently or is it just temporarily, and are they going to open it up again? Yeah, so depending on the wind. Ah, okay. They might be using this runway to start. They're saying 11:20, maybe starting from Polderbaan. The alternative is landing on Polderbaan. So the fact that they are now sending all the inbound traffic to runway 27 to me seems to indicate that they are going to use the Polderbaan for departures pretty soon. Makes me wonder what the current wind is doing. Well, that is odd because the wind is now just 10 knots and is blowing from the southwest, so it doesn't make sense to be using the runway for departures. Interesting to see. Interesting to see what is going to happen here. the meantime, we are seeing traffic pass overhead to runway 27. One of the airplanes passing by is over there. That's an A320 Neorio arriving from Gatwick. Ah, lightning above Zaanstad, Koenie says. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think that is probably the reason then. If there's lightning now over Zaanstad, it means that what you're seeing here is a thunder shower that is causing the airplanes that are approaching from the west now to land on runway 27, which has opened up, as you guys were able to see. I think that is a very good point there, Koenie. Although, truth be told, I haven't heard any thunder over here thus far. Does allow us to have a look at the airplanes that are passing from the west overhead. JetBlue, arriving from New York, JFK. Over there. Yeah. Looking at the way they are routed, they are also avoiding the shower that you see over there. Right, so there are showers north of us, apparently also with some rain, with some thunderstorms. Before I forget, a massive big thank you to Catherine, who is celebrating 14 months of membership. Thank you so much for your continued support, Catherine. No accompanying words along with it, but thank you so much. Hope that all is still good in the lounge. Do let me know if something isn't to your liking. Now, also a massive big thank you to Marianne for your super chat. Get a nice warm cup of coffee. Thank you for this stream in the cold. Thank you so much for that, Marianne, and for your kind words. Dave is asking about a new METAR. Let's have a look, see what is going on. Refresh of the METAR says that the wind is still blowing from the west to southwest. Wind speed has increased to 11 knots or 4 above 4. We have few clouds at 2,200 feet. Showers in the vicinity. Temperature is 5 degrees C. Dew point is -1 and no significant changes in the upcoming 2 hours. So nothing very significantly indicating a permanent closure of the Polderbaan anytime soon, except that there is a shower now north of us. So runway 27 being used for arrivals. Yeah, so we have to stick around, see whether or not the Polderbaan is going to open up again and when that is going to happen. We have a shower just north of us, and that is why it seems that airplanes arriving from the west are now diverted to runway 27, which for the time being is being used for arrivals. Visible over there. Right. Enzo asks, how do you become a mod? I assign them. Simple as that. Now, what we can do and haven't done thus far yet is also have a look at the weather radar. So let's have a quick look and see what it is showing us. Bioradar, the weather radar, is indicating showers north of us, as you guys were able to see visually already. It is looking like it is going to linger a little bit. So the question is, when is the runway going to reopen again? The last hour things were looking like so. Now this is only one source of information. KNMI, the Dutch Met Office, also has a radar, and that is usually a bit more accurate in this respect. Sometimes it looks a bit more violent on that other website. Now you can see a yellow plus here and there. Those are lightning strikes. Means that there is activity just north of us, and whether or not it is going to continue for much longer remains to be seen. It is the most likely reason for traffic now being diverted to the other runway, runway 27. The wind doesn't seem to be giving an indication for a runway change otherwise. Now also, AFCA NSF just now gifted the membership, and I see that Yannick was the recipient. Thank you so much for your gifted membership. Also, another gifted membership twice. Yannick and Jeroen were the recipients twice. AFCA NSF gifting a membership. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Hope that the new members will like their membership. Use the custom emojis that you now have at your disposal. So yeah, we're hearing the airplanes pass overhead. And you can see we have showers just north of us. So although we're staying dry over here and are actually standing in a little bit of sunshine, the airplanes are being diverted to runway 27. I think this is the A320 Neorio that we saw pass overhead earlier. Means that if you join us just now, you are watching a stream with not a lot of activity going on right now. And that is because there's a shower in the vicinity, and also some thunderstorm, some lightning emissions we were able to see on the radar of the Dutch Met Office just now. Whether or not Polderbaan is going to open up again anytime soon remains to be seen. For now, I'm going to stick around a bit longer until my patience has run dry, which probably will happen sooner than you think. It's also a bit difficult to assess whether or not it is going to stay dry over here, because it isn't just that the shower is activating, it is also very modestly coming more to the south, which means that we might also start getting precipitation over here a bit later. Lucas asks, we still have ducks to spotting? Well, not really. They aren't here right now. I'm also standing a bit further away from the water than I normally would have been. Right. Question is, what is the weather going to do? Is it going to stay dry here or not? Is the polderbaan going to open up again or not? Barry says it looks like imminent downpour weather. Indeed it does. It is raining further north. The question is it coming over here or not? It is actually drifting in to the south ever so slightly. Now looking south of me, things look very nice and friendly. So we're right on the edge of where the rain is beginning. Arjan says, I think the 737 KLM is coming to the polderbaan to start. And no, not. Okay. Yeah, the wind is blowing from the southwest. On ground level, it is blowing from over there. And that means that using the runway to take off from is not very logical. Does make for a lovely backdrop. Right. Right. Well, question is it, does it have any added value to stick around for much longer? I think the answer is probably not. You can already see what is lying ahead of us. And it doesn't look like they are opening up this runway again anytime soon. What is that Embraer 190 arriving from Bristol doing? That looks like it is turning a bit further to the north. Okay. So look at the Adler KLM flight 1076. It does seem to be descending and flying a bit to the north. Is that because it is getting busy at runway 27, or is that because they are resuming operation again at polderbaan? (5,000 feet and descending). It isn't continuing its turn. There's definitely precipitation emanating from those clouds not too far north of here. Stacy also in the chat, came for the planes, stayed for the ducks. Well, the ducks have sought shelter, and I think rightly so, looking at what lies ahead of us. Now, looking in the other direction, it looks beautiful and quiet. I'm still, still not sure about the Adler, what it is doing. What altitude is it at? 4,000 feet. Yeah, no. That isn't coming to the polderbaan. Although it does look like they are... Can anybody see what runway KLM flight 1404 has been assigned to? I'm wondering. Are they all still going to runway 27? Because now it starts to look like KLM flight 1056 is turning in again. I think the Adler is coming to the Polderbaan. I'm thinking we should be able to see it pretty soon. Looks like it is turning in. Or is it turning in for center? Are they turning in for center? Is that it? Several assigned to 18 right, Mike Romeo says. Okay, so they are going to resume arrivals on Polderbaan then. That is good news. Here's the Adler coming in. It's our first next airplane. After temporary diversion of all traffic to runway 27 due to the thunderstorm and the shower ahead of us. Now the next question is going to be, will it stay dry here or not? We're dodging bullets here today. We're dodging bullets here today. So traffic to Polderbaan is resuming again. And this is the Adler coming in. Flying on behalf of KLM flight 1076. No, it is aborting. It is aborting. It's going around. Bye bye, zwaai zwaai, as we would say in semi-Dutch, semi-English. Okay, that's interesting. Going, gone again. No. Next airplane coming in is KLM flight 1056, another Embraer 190 arriving from Norwich. That is a Britty Hopper regular livery, Eastern Airways. It is over there. Indeed, John, unstable approach. They were late to turn in onto the glide slope, it also looked like. I see that Jörg has also returned in the chat and is celebrating 15 months of membership. Jörg, thank you so much for your continued support, not only as a member, but also as a visitor of me in person and a very, very, very frequent gifter of memberships. Mate, thank you so much for all the support. I hope you still like it in the lounge. And at the risk of sounding like a broken record, let me know if something isn't to your liking, mate. Always a pleasure to have you in the stream. Always a pleasure if you can make it. And always nice to see you in real life whenever you do come visit. Hope that is going to continue for many more months to come. Now, is this a shelf cloud that you're seeing here? Kinda sorta looks like one, doesn't it? I'm no meteorologist by any means, but it looks shelf cloudish, for lack of a better term. Now, second airplane coming towards us, but the first one that is actually going to land by the looks of it. KLM flight 1056 operated by Britty Hopper Airways. Arriving from Norwich, 33 minutes on the way, Embraer 190 long range. 15 years old, first flight somewhere in 2009. Hey there, John, good morning, and good morning all others as well. Thomas says, expected rain, Polderbaan in an hour. Well, we'll see. For now, the sun is shining from behind, beautifully illuminating the airplanes. Landings on Polderbaan have resumed. Jörg says you will not get rid of me, mate. I don't have any intention to either, so That sounds like a win-win to both. Check out this beautiful butt shot. With the sun shining south of us. But hell is breaking loose north of us. Not too far north of us at least. Roller coaster arrival indeed, Dave. And Storm Eagle says that it is indeed a shelf cloud. I thought I recognized it as such. Definitely looks a bit like it. Good morning, Martina. Good to see you again. Welcome back, Hopo as well. So after a brief period where the runway was closed for arrivals due to the shower north of us containing some lightning probably, Polderbaan arrivals have resumed. Runway 27 now also open for arrivals. This is KLM flight 1404 A321 Neo arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle. 43 minutes on the way. Brand new airplane, first flight September 2024. K4 just passed me by. Quick wave. Oh. And KLM 737-800 arriving from Birmingham also already early aborted its approach. Now check out this lighting, mate. What? Well done, lads. Well done. Ronald says, I live in Heemskerk, that is north of Schiphol, and it's raining like mad over there. Yeah, it sure looks like things are a bit more rainy over there. Better get ready to run, Maria says. Yeah, well, right now over here, directly overhead, we're still in the clear. You can really see that it is getting closer and closer by the minute, so whether or not we are going to be able to stick around until the Emirates A380 has actually landed in an hour from now remains to be seen. With runway 27 now also open for arrivals, it is questionable if it is going to land on Polderbaan unless runway 27 closes. Next airplane coming in is an Embraer 175 arriving from Stavanger, KLM flight 1174. Hadi Arno, goedemorgen. Ronald says, I can almost go through the street in a canoe. That bad, huh? That gives me that doesn't give me a lot of faith in sticking out here for a lot longer. Nah, we're good here for the time being. I'm pretty sure that it will start to rain very slowly initially, and it's not going to start with a downpour already. We should be able to see it coming here. For now, we're sticking around. Adler's second attempt. Pretty soon, now number 2, after the airplane that we are now seeing. It does feel like the wind has started to pick up a little bit, which isn't too strange considering the vicinity of the shower. Horen. Bijna de enige 2 gekken hier met dit weer.
Ja, je zegt maar huizen zijn, ik trek
Ja, even langs rijden. Ja, het is spectaculair om te zien, hè?
Ja, daarom. Je weet niet wat de buurt gaat doen. Hè?
For now, it looks to be good, but
I just checked the weather radar.
Yeah?
In an hour from now,
een uurtje.
some rain will come.
Oké. We zien het aankomen, dat scheelt. We can see it coming.
Ja, net zo'n plukje pak je hiermee, zeggen ze. Maar
Ja, misschien regent het ook nog uit voordat het bij ons komt. Je weet het toch niet met buien. You never know with showers. So a little bit of precipitation is expected in an hour from now, but then again it might also rain out already. This is the Adler, or at least one of the two Adlers, arriving from Bristol. Second attempt, flying as KLM flight 1076. It aborted earlier. This is its second try. 1 hour and 1 minute underway. The Damwo, it is 16 years old. First flight somewhere in 2008. Month not being specified on flight radar. This looks like an effortless landing. In the background, bird controller. Further north. Perfect landing. Looking very good and uneventful. The way it should be. Right, Martijn is reporting from Ilpendam, just north of Amsterdam, where it is also raining. Yeah, we're right on the board, we're right on the edge here. KLM flight 1042 arriving from Birmingham will be next. Tina says in Lelystad it is snowing and a grey sky. Yeah, the northern half of the Netherlands right now is getting wintry precipitation and we are right just south of it. And Ronald is reporting that now it is as dry again. It is dry again. Right. In the meantime, this 737 landing without any issues. Snowing in Friesland as well, Harjit is saying. Iberia Express next to come in, arrival from Madrid, A320. Cannot see it yet. Can see the darkness just north of us. So it's another one of those dichotomous days with hell on the one side and heaven on the other. Yay! No! Yay! No! Right, the elephant has left the room. The next airplane coming in, Iberia Express, arriving from Madrid. Now on the glide slope, flight 1791. And Air France is coming in with the baby bus. Flight 1500, arriving from Paris. Brian has to go. Thank you for joining, Brian. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hope to see you again in the next one. Iberia Express coming in from Madrid, 2 hours and 3 minutes. It has journeyed to get here, beautifully illuminated by the sun. And doom and gloom behind it. The airplane is 11 years old. Its first flight was in May 2013. Coming in floatily. Nice, nicely done. Zero issues whatsoever. Baby bus coming in next. Air France arriving from Paris. Meanwhile, a massive big thank you to Jerry for your super chat. World Tour 2026. World Tour 2026 is what we might do if the channel continues to grow. Not sure that it will, but we'll see. For now, a massive big thank you for your very generous super chat there, Jerry. I'll keep that in mind. World Tour 2026. Baby Bus is coming in next. Alan also has to go. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Don't forget to piss somebody off. Air France flight 1500 coming in from Paris. It is the Baby Bus, the A318. 44 minutes on the way. Nominal flight time. 17-year-old airplane. First flight December 2006. Iceland Air Max 8 is turning in further to the north. Flight 500. Now if you joined us just now, welcome to the show. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We're standing at a polderbaan where in the background a lot of wintry rain and hail is falling. The wind is picking up. And whether or not we are going to stay dry over here remains to be seen. The weather forecasts now seem to indicate precipitation beginning in an hour or so from now. Runway was temporarily closed because of showers being lightning being reported in the shower north of us. And as you can see right now, polderbaan arrivals have resumed. Runway 27 is also being open for arrivals. Is open for arrivals, I should say. Apologies for the shitty English today. I don't think I've I drank enough vodka. Little Baby Bus. Bob says it's time for the beauty sleep. Thank you so much for joining, Bob. Sleep well. Hope to see you in the next one. Now, check it out. We're right on the southern tip of a big area of precipitation. Looking south of us, you can actually see significant chunks of blue sky, although it doesn't look like very far to the south it is that much better. Runway 27 is also being used for arrivals. Over there it still looks a bit more clear. Iceland Air is now coming in next. That is a Max 8 coming in. Flight 500 arriving from Reykjavik in Iceland. 2.5 hours of flight time under its belt. The airplane is 6 years old and its first flight was in March of the year 2018. Hadi Meilov, goedemorgen, and welcome all others who have joined. Wind also seems to have picked up a little bit as the precipitation north of us has inched closer towards us. Maybe after this airplane has landed, we'll have some time to have another look at the METAR. Not seeing any airplanes coming to the polderbaan right away. For now it looks like the airplanes are going to runway 27 again. Let's have a quick look, see what is happening. Now, also, Jörg, once again, gifting 10 memberships. Mate, thank you so much for that. That is above and beyond. You really shouldn't have, you know that. You are going to do it anyway, I know that. Hope that everybody who received a membership from you just now will enjoy it. Don't forget to spam us to death with the custom emojis that you now have at your disposal. Jörg, thank you so much. 10 gifted memberships courtesy of you. The wind is blowing from the west and is increasing now to, what is it, 14 knots? 4 We still have few clouds at 2,200 feet, no ceiling. Showers, rain and gusts is what they are warning for, and vicinity of showers as well. Air temperature 5 degrees. Temporary periods where visibility might drop to 5,000 meters. Mate, you have nothing to catch up, you know that. Mrs. Professor also has to go. Time for her beauty sleep as well. Mrs. Professor, thank you so much for joining. Always a pleasure to have you here. I hope we'll see you again during the next one. Now, looking on flight radar, I'm not seeing anything coming to the Polderbaan just immediately. There is a Britty hopper coming in from Humberside. There's also an E2 Embraer arriving from London behind it. Not any hints of anything arriving from the west going to runway 27. So I'm thinking we just have to wait a little bit before the next airplane is coming in. Now, in the meantime, this is what is lying just north of me. The sun is shining, the grass is beautifully green, but the sky is dark as you know what. Also, the scale of chimney smoke currently looks like so. Something that you don't see every day. And Big Daz also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Now, the scale of chimney smoke looks like a long, almost horizontal strip. What is this I'm seeing? Not exactly sure. Probably just a bit of the shower. This is what things look like over here with a bit of wind and 5 degrees C. We're standing in a basically what is a fridge, waiting for the next airplane to come. Question is, what is the KLM Embraer from Humberside going to do? My heated glove has run through its first battery, so a good moment to switch that up. Let's also have another look at what is going on the weather radar. So, oh, new, go back home, here we go. So we are at the location of the middle yellow square. That is Vijfhuizen, the Polderbaan, and you can see just how close a very active line of showers is. Question is, will it move further south and hit us, or will it stay just north of us? Only one way to find out. Now, also a massive big thank you, Big Daz Australia, gifting 10 memberships just now. Don't know why that was for, but thank you so much, mate. That is absolutely above and beyond. Hope that everybody who received a membership will enjoy it and will say thank you for it as well. Big Daz, thank you so much. 10 new members courtesy of you. Now, what is the Embraer 190 doing? It is flying at 2,450 feet, so that looks promising to be coming this way. Steve-O says, looks like the rain will be very light around Schiphol. Yeah, well, we are a bit further to the north than the main platform area of Schiphol, so hopefully it is also going to stay light over here as well. Now, I'm not sure what the runway use is going to be like in the upcoming hour. The Emirates A380 is expected around 12:30. Last time I checked. Runway 27 is now also open for arrival, so we'll see what runway it will be assigned to eventually. Runway 27 is probably going to be the secondary runway for arrivals today with the prevailing wind. Now, whether or not it is open or closed at the time of the Emirates arrival, we can only find out by waiting and see. Eastern Airways flying for KLM, Britty Hopper, arriving from Humberside, should be turning in now. Meanwhile, on my phone, I'm getting weather warnings for Vijfhuizen. In 30 minutes, it is going to rain for a longer period of time, it says. So yeah, we'll see. Meanwhile, and I think that is a bit more ominous, more to the west, and that is more south than the major area of rain. Now this is also forming, and I think that might be coming this way actually. So I'm not too concerned about what you're seeing over there. I think that is not going to affect us. But looking at what we see over here, this might actually affect us here. Now, I was wrong about the Embraer 190 from Humberside. It is continuing. Humberside, runway 27, indeed, Light Rider. I'm thinking the same will also apply to the E2 Embraer that is coming in from London Heathrow. The lights are still on, but there is a runway inspection in progress. That is interesting. Runway is going to stay open, but they're inspecting it. Is that because they are going to close runway 27 then and make this the primary runway for arrivals? I'm not too sure. I would be surprised if that would be the case, but then again, they're also inspecting the runway now. Why would they do that if they are going to close the runway? Is what I'm wondering. Now the runway lights are still on. Their patience is being tested. Okay, for doing an inspection of runway 18 right, the Polderbaan. I'm also hearing turboprops. And I'm seeing the Dash 8 100 from the Coast Guard just took off from runway 24. For another patrol round. Right. Now, the blue sky that we saw first in the sky north of us now no longer seems to be that blue, does it? There's grayness north of us and south of us. So yeah, remains to be seen what is going on, what is going to happen here. Meanwhile, a massive big thank you to Martijn, who is celebrating 4 months of membership. Thank you so much for your continued support, Martijn. Hope all is still good in the lounge. Now, this is what the sky looks like south of us. This is what the sky looks like north of us. This is now what the sky looks like east of me. And this is what it looks like to the west. Not that great. Adriaan says, Polderbaan now open for departures. Okay. Polderbaan used for departures. Is what Adriaan says. In that case, you would have to wait until something is coming this way. Hey there, Andy. Hey there, the cat. Hey there, Johan. Thank you for your kind words. Everything is going to the other runway now, runway 27. What is going on here? The wind is still blowing from the southwest. This is just north of us. We have showers in the vicinity. METAR says that the wind is still blowing more or less from the west. What is current runway use looking like? Yeah, Polderbaan being used for departures. Right. Polderbaan being used for departures. Doesn't look like... Does it look like we are going to see the Emirates then after all? There is a Dreamliner coming this way. Now, let's have a look. Outbound traffic. Looking on flight radar. There are some heavy hitters coming this way. Definitely can see something on the platform. Dreamliner to Curaçao will become visible just left of center pretty soon. Delta Airlines A330neo to Boston also coming. United Airlines Flight 21 to Houston has been pushed back. Let's have another look at the weather and look at what it looks like at the website of the Dutch Met Office. I always trust its radar a bit more when it comes to the weather. And looking at this tail, it is active, it is activating, it is also dropping to the south. So I'm thinking this is actually going to come this way. Now we have our first airplane outbound coming this way. Michael also back in the chat, good to see you, mate. Looking up to see whether or not we are I think that the clouds are moving from the direction the camera is now pointing to, and it's coming towards us. So I think that what you see behind those electricity cables, that is coming this way. The wind might also actually be a little bit from over there. So it does look like a lot of shit is coming. And a lot of shit is already over here. Zooming out, you can just see. Let's have another look. I'm thinking this is the direction the wind is coming from. I think this is what is coming. Alvin also back in the chat. What up, mate? Good to see ya. For how much longer remains to be seen. Weather apps are warning for impending precipitation. Now the Dreamliner is coming this way. Runway change. The Departures from the Polderbaan, where we saw arrivals earlier. United Flight 21 to Houston is also on the move, and so too is the Delta A330neo. Things also look a bit more ominous to the south. And you're absolutely right, Alvin. Don't want to get wet either. I'm thinking if those other two heavies are also coming pretty soon, I might stick around for those three and then maybe wrap it up. I think you might be right, Jerry. I think this is going to be the last airplane so that I can wrap up and make it back to the car before the rain is actually going to begin, or hail. This is TUI flight 369 going to Willemstad, Curaçao in a moment. The PHTFM 7878 Dreamliner, 9 years old, first flight March 2015. After this departure, I'm going to wrap up because it is going to rain pretty soon, if it isn't going to be hail. For those of you joining us just now, we started the stream with the arrivals, then had to stop because a lot of precipitation was falling over there. It's coming closer. And now the wind has changed a little bit, and runway use has too. It is pulling up now. TUI flight 369, or is it? The answer is no, it isn't. What's the hold up? Not really sure why this is. Say? Yeah. Yeah. United is also coming. Maria says it's scared. Now, in the meantime, AFCA NSF once again gifting a membership. Thank you so much for that. MGS Aviation, the recipient. Thank you so much for the gifted membership, AFCA. Welcome, MGS. Now, Light Rider says maybe waiting for the shower to pass. Have a look on the weather radar, mate. Not going to happen. This is what is coming. Even though it looks grim, there are bits of blue. Now what? Oh, finally it's going. Oh, beautiful. Into the grimness it goes. This is where the wind is coming from. This is what is coming. So I am going to wrap it up now and make sure that I get everything back safe in the car before it starts pouring down here. Now, folks, thank you so much for joining me here. I apologize for not being able to show you what I was telling in the thumbnail, namely the arrival of the Emirates A380. It is going to land at runway 27 later today, most likely. Bart is already there, so have a look if you want to see it land. I'm going to see you hopefully again later in this weekend if weather will allow me to go out. If not, then probably I will see you in 2 weeks or so, because next week I will be away for Thursday until Saturday. So hopefully I will see you before then. Otherwise, take care and hope to see you again in the next one. Bye for now.